welcome back to Small Couch Reviews. It's your boy Sam.
It's your boy Joey.
Today we were blessed enough to see the Color Purple 2023 version. Our boys
Yes,
over at the Grand Shucket hooked us up.
as
Stick around and hear
always.
a little bit about them at the end. So this is a retelling of the
Yes.
1985 movie, which was an adaptation of the book by Alice Walker called The Color Purple about the lives of several African American women in the South in the early 20th century.
Yeah.
So it starts in 1907 and goes until around the mid 40s.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, but the change up with this one is this time it's a musical.
Yes.
And it has a lot of original songs that I'm sure Joey's going to get into. Full disclosure,
Ooh.
I've seen the film. I was shown the film on VHS when I was a child. I haven't seen it since. So I didn't remember. But Jovi has a much better memory than I do, so he's going to be able to talk about the original. I'm sure he's seen it more recently than I have, as well.
Yeah.
And just before I'm going to hand it over to you, Jovi, so you can talk about it and take the reins from me. I want to talk a little bit about the cast because this had an all-star cast
Oh,
both
most definitely.
behind and in front of the camera. Behind the camera, we had, Spielberg, who directed the original, Oprah, who starred in the original, Quincy Jones. They all have producer credits here. Um, and then you have Halle Bailey, Fantasia,
Mhm.
um, Danielle Brooks, from Orange is the New Black fame, Corey Hawkins, Taraji P. Henson. You had her. I don't know if you recognized her, Jovi, in the movie.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah, yeah.
all right, bet. Um,
That's what I say. I said she's cute as a button as soon as when she
right.
came out
Yeah, yeah. You did say that. You did say that. I don't think I haven't seen her like,
without her glasses.
without her glasses, without all
Yeah,
glammed up, without makeup on.
yeah,
And then let me just, and there were a lot of, and Sierra also has a role in it too.
yeah.
And let me make sure I got the director here for us, Jovi. So, Color Purple 2023 was directed by Blitz Bazawule. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly.
Well, congratulations, Blitz Bazawuli.
Yeah, great job. So, Jovi, go ahead, take it away, Brody. Tell us what you liked
Oh yeah.
about this, what you thought of it compared to the original, all that stuff, man. I'm
Yeah,
dying to
yeah,
hear it.
yeah. I'm not gonna. I did a very good job trying not to talk when we were walking to the car, but it's like, um, just my quote from this evening. An absolute refreshing take on a amazing original story, an amazing original film. It is, and it's a musical, so like that's like all pluses for this film. Um, I really, really liked that we took a very sad, somber story and somehow uh, brought some more life to it, and also and brought some fill in some of the gaps. There's a lot of gaps in the original film that you wouldn't realize because I never read the book, but
Mm,
by watching this film, I'm like, well, now that scene makes sense in between that scene that we saw originally.
right.
Um, and a lot more. I wouldn't even say there's no way that you can do any more character development because the first film had great character development. Um, but I just really liked, again, seeing a different side. That was the biggest plus. It's not just sad, right? It's not just sad all the way to the end in the original when, you know, Silly does get that smile on her face.
Oh, so the original, you're saying the original was sadder.
Yes,
Oh, okay.
way,
All
way
right.
sadder.
Yeah,
But
this
then
one,
again,
yeah.
but then
Mm,
again, this is a movie that I saw as a child, and I think the last time I saw it was maybe early 20s, if that, maybe high,
yeah,
maybe
more recently than me,
19.
bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Watching it again because it was a cult classic and still is a cult classic. This does not take away from it. It does not add to it, in my opinion. is a very, very, very great adaptation of the original film and the clearly the book. So we got more. So without talking in the circles, I don't have much negative to say besides the beginning of the film for me. Some of the acting was a little, ah, it's like it, you know, we both love musicals, stage plays. Those actors are just as good as the actors that you see on the big screen. I wasn't getting that in the beginning. It was kind of
Yeah.
like I was
Oh,
kind of
okay.
like, what is this about to be?
Yeah, man. Like there was someone who read a line. I think it was the only line this person read.
Yeah,
And I looked at you, and I think you were staring at the screen. So I was like,
yeah,
why is she talking like
yeah.
that? Yeah.
So we both got the same feeling.
Yeah.
That's where it ends for me.
Okay.
After that, and once we started getting more musical acts, once we started getting more of this uh wonderfully color graded film,
Yes.
um
Beautiful. Thank you for saying that.
it, it's just it's good. And it's so good that people that are not interested in seeing the original film because of its age or because of the tone, you can watch this. You're going to be sad in moments. You're going to have a little tear at moments. You're going to have
And
some
disgusted.
reality check at moments
Yeah.
of the time.
Yeah.
This is the early 1900s in America, y'all, in the South. So just if for people that don't understand, you are going to get some feelings from this film, and that's what the original did. And I'm sure as hell that's what the book did for people.
Yeah, man.
Um, it's I mean, some people that aren't singers, I know, I know that they have voice coaches and I know there's a lot of editing, but I enjoyed the non-singer cast members singing. And I usually don't. I hate when they do that. I hate when you get a regular actor and tell, yeah, they can sing.
I think everyone who had a lot of singing, well, except with the exception of Miss Danielle Brooks, I don't know about her, but I think everyone
No,
else has said
everyone,
I've heard
yeah,
them sing before,
yeah.
like
Um,
Taraji, Corey Hawkins. I've heard all of them
wh-
sing before.
what is what was the pastor's name? Why
David
can't I
Allen
think?
or
Dave Allen Greer. I'm
yeah.
like, Dave Allen Greer, you can't sing, but I guess so. I guess he got
Yeah, he
a
held it. He held it
little,
down.
yeah. That's one part of the movie that you called out that he does not age, and
Yeah, just say
I
that, bro.
think that's funny. That's something I would do if I was a director. That's hilarious.
He
Why did
stayed. He
that?
stayed 76. He was
Ex-
76
exactly. He is 76 years old the entire film.
for 40 years, bro. Like, yeah, I'm like, yo, what is going on here?
He is literally 76 for 40 years.
Yes, he looks
And
exactly the same.
it's funny because he's funny. He's not even a funny character in this film, but I laughed every time he came on the screen.
Yeah, I don't know why, but yeah, you
It's
did.
hilarious. But no, again, it was just all-star cast. I don't think they could have picked a better Celie with Fantasia.
Yeah, man.
She did her thing. I did not think she was going to be able to act.
Hmm.
Um, and she acted her butt off. And when she sung, I'm talking the theater was
Yeah,
feeling it.
yeah,
So, I, man, this thing's going to do numbers. Um, the audio, just everything, just again, I want to know what this director, what else they've done. And I would love to see some of the writers and like somebody's set designs and like some of the transitions. There's a scene where they are on a record player. The CG was horrible, but that's not the point of this film. It's not a
they were
superhero.
on a record player. What are
They
you
were on
talking
a
about?
record player, dancing together and singing. Well, no,
Yeah,
Steely was singing on a record player while she was with Suge, and it was like that joint looks really bad.
yeah. The dance, yeah. So just so they have dance numbers that kind of just happen, kind of
Yeah,
like in musicals. So
yeah,
like they're
and
not
that's
that
and
like the
again,
whole scene changes is what
yeah,
Joe was talking about.
and it's really refreshing because I want more of this. I want some of our favorite films to be musicals because then it opens a different genre and a different audience. I feel like everybody can go see this now just because everybody loves Disney films. All they are is musicals. Sorry to burst people's bubble if you didn't realize that.
Mhm.
And I just it opens doors for everyone to see these stories and get some, great singing and some cool choreography and dancing.
All right.
That's it.
All right.
I don't have much. I could gush over it. Did I lose my audio?
No, you're good, man.
All right, cool.
So I'm gonna take everything you just said and just go up another level. First thing, I'm glad you mentioned the color grading. When the first scene of this movie, when they show that field of flowers,
Mhm,
yeah, this is like I haven't said this since we watched Kenneth Branagh's Poirot, or
mhm,
what was it, Murder on Orient Express?
mhm, mhm,
That the whatever the sequel is, Death on the Nile.
mhm.
Remember how I said you can take scenes from that movie and turn them into paintings or
Oh yeah,
wallpapers. You
most
can do
definitely.
that here. The
Yeah,
color grading, like it's not they're not muted. They're very vivid and
I love it.
it's astounding. Like, and we weren't even watching it in IMAX. It
Yeah,
was great job.
yeah,
The so I'm gonna talk as someone who doesn't remember the original. So basically, let's say I haven't seen it. Um, I didn't like. So you said you didn't like the beginning because of the acting.
yeah,
Okay, the beginning for me, the first act before we got characters who came up and showed the strongness of women.
yeah.
I have a thing. You have it with slave movies. With me, it's with just I guess old timey movies where women are just treated like property. Like I have a problem with that. I like
Mhm,
it really bothers me. So like I didn't like the beginning when like he was slapping them around, selling. He was just
mhm.
talking to the women like their property. I'm gonna sell you for a cow and two eggs. Like
Yeah, yeah.
it was like that joint was really bothering me. Just speaking of, there's a movie I recently watched. I was going to review, but then I decided I couldn't. It's called The Nightingale. I don't recommend you watch it, Jovi, but
Oh
I
gosh.
actually
Okay. Yeah.
couldn't talk about it just because it was too disturbing. And this movie, the beginning of it was very disturbing for me.
Well, yeah, yeah. The
But I don't
story.
know if
That's
that's a
yeah.
negative.
All right.
It's just something that I can't deal with, even though I know, like that's the point. It's supposed to show how terrible things were. So
Yeah.
I just want to say mission accomplished, but
Oh
I
yeah.
was not happy at the very beginning of the movie. And then Fantasia. There are a lot of actresses in the movie, like I said, actors and actresses. Halle Bailey, Corey Hawkins, um, Taraji P. Henson, but Fantasia, she stole the show. You said it. Her
Yeah.
acting was so good. Not just the way she delivered lines, the way she walked, the way she
Mhm,
her southern drawl,
mhm.
the way she added her accent and like her dialect to certain things, like and then and then again and the way she moved her body, like she moved like when she was young, she moved differently than when she was old, and
Yeah.
it was incredible to see her do that, like
Yeah.
her body movements, man. That's what got me. That's really what let me know how old she was. Because also,
Yeah.
she like everyone else. 40 years passed. It looked like everyone only grew 10 years. Like I mean, maybe
Yeah.
that's a negative. The makeup just it did not do its job. She
It's
looked the
yeah.
same at 58 as she did at 26.
The
Like
final scene is when you see like everybody has gray.
yeah, the very last scene
That
was
was
like,
very
okay,
last
now
scene.
I guess you're all old. But yeah, before that, nah. Um, And so her and then but what really stole the show from me, besides like you said, I'm not gonna regurgitate the music was it was awesome.
Yeah.
Danielle Brooks as the comic relief Sophie.
Yes.
She was like you said, this movie deals with tough things.
Yeah.
And the levity she brought to scenes, not just like like both the levity and just her saying funny things, and the
Mhm.
levity and her being such a strong woman
Mhm.
that
At
like the
that
men were just
time.
taken aback.
Yeah.
That like right there, like the way she acted, and people were like, "Whoa, what's going on?" I loved it. I thought she brought all the energy, and it was amazing. Her song "Hell No," that just
Yeah.
gonna stay in my
Oh,
head.
man, that's a
Like she's
classic.
like,
That's a
I'm not
classic."
like, yeah, no, a man touches me, oh nah. She was with it, and that just leads me to the last thing I loved. I loved seeing like all the characters, all the women in this movie
Mhm.
came to a point where they all supported each other. Like Taraji, um, Sophie, or so
Mhm.
Taraji's character, Shug, Danielle
Mhm.
Brooks' character, Sophie, her's character, Squeak,
Mhm.
and then Fantasia's character, Celie. Like they all had reasons to dislike each other.
Right.
Like, like you could literally see it could go left anytime. And at a certain point, they weren't really messing with each other, but I loved how they all came together, especially especially mostly through like Sophie, and what she went through in her actions and showing them the way to stand up for
Mhm.
themselves and all that. I love how they all came together and basically just went independent. Like that third act of the movie, I was like glued to my seat.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was amazing. So I really liked it. Yeah, I went over my negative. So yeah, I don't really got too much else to say.
I definitely forgot to say that the actor that played uh Mr. Like he did his thing because
Yeah, Albert. Yeah, oh yeah.
it reminded me of Danny Glover so much.
Danny
But
Glover was that bad? Was he
yeah,
was that? Yeah,
yeah,
okay.
but he was the bad guy. He was the devil.
Yeah.
But he elevated it with again like with a stage play presence.
So yeah,
Uh
that's the other thing I forgot. There is a negative. I don't know if this happened in the original. I
mm,
don't like his redemption. I don't like how he was forgiven. I'm sorry.
yeah.
Maybe even if it's just how it went in the book, he did not suffer enough to get the to deserve the forgiveness that Celie
It
offered. Or
it
the
does
redemption arc that she set him on. Like I don't like it. I didn't like
I
it.
completely agree with you and wholeheartedly when it does not. But I guess for a book and for a it even is an example of what black women do. They have to be the bigger person
Yeah.
at
Yeah.
all
I'm
the
with that.
time,
I don't like
right?
being a bigger person.
That is
Nah.
like that is the ultimate thing. Like you said, the whole film is about that progression and then that camaraderie between these black women. And then at the end, she forgives this man for
The
being
devil.
the
No.
worst thing on the planet.
Yeah. No. No. Oh, and real quick.
Even being
Oh, go ahead.
sad when her daddy dies.
Yeah. Her not her horrible. Yeah. All these
Right,
horrible men were getting what they deserved, and I feel like the movie, like I would have enjoyed an extra 20 minutes just seeing them suffer
right,
seriously, because
right.
that needed to happen after what, like I said, that first act it ticked me off.
Yeah.
And shout out to our theater, full of black people. I loved it. I
Yeah.
loved
It
it.
was dope. And like I mentioned when we sat down, we're in different pockets of critics, movie reviewers, content creators, and when we go to certain films, you do see the black ladies in this area come out to really support these films,
Mhm.
and it's really dope to see. I
Yeah,
love it. Uh, we'd love to work with some of them to see like and then get their perspective and be able to talk because I know you get a different feeling than what we get the feeling as a black man.
right.
Like a black woman's going to get a different feeling from this.
Exactly.
That's why it's such a classic within the community. Um, I had one more thing. I had one more thing, but I can't even remember. Oh, lines directly from the movie and directly from the book hit so hard on this one, and they killed it. Fantasia's giving Mr. All his curse with the hand,
Oh, was that?
and
Oh,
that
that was just
where these balloons
what was
come from?
that? Are you using an iPhone, bro? What was that?
No,
Okay. Oh man.
well, StreamYard, you just did something. I
I
don't
don't know
know.
what that was.
That
Yeah.
was
Can I?
weird. Um,
Ugh, it's not working for me. All right. I don't know what that was. But yeah, man.
it's time to go to bed. That's what that is. No, so all the lines, you told Harpo to beat me came out so smooth and perfect. Like the whole theater cracked up because
You
that is
said
a
what happened?
you
Which
told
one?
Harpo to beat me.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
That is a
Oh
class.
man. So all
That's a
these lines were in the original, is what you're saying, just
yes.
delivered just like that.
Yes,
Yeah, I'm
delivered
gonna I think we talked about
just
it. I'm gonna watch the original.
yeah. But you're just gonna be sad because it's
I get
dark.
it. No,
The
I get it.
original
I
is a
know it's
dark
darker.
film. Yeah,
I'm
it's
actually upset I didn't refresh my mind with it before I went into this one. Because
yeah,
I mean, I knew I wasn't gonna remember a lot. 'Cause, like it was decades ago, but I'm with you.
right.
All right, man. But just what are you gonna give this one?
Yo, so this is hard, right? It was so easy to rate Beyonce just because of the experience I had.
Mhm.
As a film, as a musical, as a piece of art, I really want to just be like, this is a 5. And this is a must see uh, for anyone that likes cinema and especially for the black community that love that original film, right?
Right,
But then it's like, could it have been better? I question my own thought pattern with this. Like,
right.
I was very into it. It held my attention. It was long. How about
Yeah.
a 4.5 because it was long?
Okay. So it's funny. I actually wrote down 4.5 almost for that same reason.
Yeah, it's
Um,
long. It's
the
it's
original one is like 2.5 hours though. And don't
yes.
forget we started late because people were coming in.
That is true.
But so I think it's actually shorter than the original, if I'm
Okay.
being honest. But it was long. I do think like there are some flaws I didn't touch on because I mean I don't want they're not worth it to
Yeah,
say, or
I
it's
got
not
you.
worth saying
Yeah,
because this movie was so good. But it wasn't perfect. There are things that could have been improved. So I'm
right.
also at a 4.5. Yeah, that's what I'm.
Okay. Hey,
All right, yeah, but that's your score, guys. So the color purple out Christmas Day. Let us know what you think about it. Please go see it, support it, and come right back here, right down there in those comments. And yeah, let's talk about this one, y'all. Thank you so much for sticking with us through this review. We appreciate it. And until next time, we out.
deuces.
And recording. Shout out to our friends over at the Grand Shuck It. They really do hold it down, and if you don't know who they are, you will definitely want to. So go check out their website at thegrandshuckit.com. There you will find all you will ever need in the world of anime, manga, TV shows, movies, books, comic books, video games. They have it all in one nice, simple, consolidated space. They post written reviews on all that stuff, and they have several hundred episodes of podcasts that are quite frankly hilarious. So go ahead, check out their website. Again, thegrandshuckit.com, and also give them a follow on Twitter. That way you will never not be in the know.